Hi friends, welcome to LR Virtual Classroom. Today we're going to learn about getting the data from various sources in Power BI Desktop. The topics we're going to cover is understanding the various sources of data and having a real-time demo how to do it in Power BI Desktop. For example, how to connect your workbook or your CSV file or even directly from your web page. We have also learned about connect to the on-premises data sources that you have within your organization by using a Power BI gateway. And also we are going to learn how to change the data source settings at any point of time. As you all know that getting the data is the first step that involves in your complete transformation and data visualization process. Let's see how it can be done. There are many sources available in the Power BI. You can have your online services or your database, or it can be a simple files, or it can be other files like your web page or Azure, anything. You name it, you have it. Everything can be pulled in Power BI desktop. The sources of data can be anywhere. It can be your local drive or your OneDrive or a SharePoint site on-premises data. It's very important to know about the term flat file. It's a type of file that has only one data table and every row of data is same structure. For example, your CSV and the text files are called as flat files. It's very important to know that using a cloud option is a very effective way to have your data. In that way, your data set, your reports and dashboards, everything is in sync. First is all about getting your data from files. There are various sources in file like your Excel, text, CSV folder, your PDF and your SharePoint folder as well. JSON file is a new format which you have to know about. It stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It is primarily used for transmitting the data between your web application and your server. In my Power BI desktop, I'm going to show you how to have a simple Excel file. When I go to the home get data, I have the commonly used data sources. In the more, it will give you more option for me to select from multiple sources. Let me go in for my Excel file. I'm going to select a file here. It's going to establish the connection and have all the rows loaded into my Power BI desktop. When you have multiple tables in your Excel file, it's going to give all the tables that are available and you can select multiple tables at one point of time as well. I'm going to click on load. How to transform the data if you have any null values or changing the formatting of the data, all this we feel in the future sections. At this point of time, it's just about how to load your data in Power BI desktop. Then once the connection has been established in the model, all the rows will be loaded and you will be able to see your table here with all the fields that are available in your table. I can go to my data tab here where I can see all the tables that are available here with the fields. In this way, I know what the value has been loaded, what has been loaded in my Power BI desktop. Now let me show you how to go in for a CSV file. As you all know, CSV file has a delimiter and based on the columns you have, it will select the data type. It will give you an option before loading your data. I can select the delimiter that I wanted and data type based on the rows. In that way, I can load the data here. A new table will be collected here. As you all know, one table is a data table. Data set is nothing but a collection of tables that you have pulled from various sources in various formats. As you can see, I have two tables here. Let me go to the data tab. I can see the data that are available in my sales table right away. Have to transform the data by having the perfect column headings for each and every fields. All this will be available in the future sections. As we talked about getting the data from files, let's talk about getting the data from the databases like your SQL database, MySQL, Oracle database or MX Access. You name it, any database you can pull up. You have to provide your server name and the database and you can have two options, either import or direct query. Having a Connect Live is one option that is available when you are going to import from the Azure Analysis Services. These data connectivity like import, direct query and connecting live, I have explained in the next sections what is the difference between it and how it varies between the various data sources. You find the link in the description. For getting the data from the web page is a very simple process. Once you have a link, you can copy the URL. You can go to the Power BI desktop, click on web. You name it any URL you can use right from your Google Analytics as well. Paste it here, click on OK. It will list all the tables that are available in the particular web page or a URL. It will show the HTML tables and it will show you the suggested tables where it has a proper data set available. Here I have three different tables. The first one being a simple table with all the columns. It's an incomplete one, I would say. I have another table where the exact information is available, having the details about all the movies with the lifetime gross value and the year it has been. I'm going to select this particular table. I'm going to click on load. Now when I go to my data tab, I can see the three tables and the latest one being about the movie details with the year it has been published here. In this way, you can pull the data from any URL that you have. Getting the data from the NoSQL database, meaning from Azure. Anything that you have in your Azure, you have a separate category here. When I click on more, I have a lot of options with the categories that you saw in the presentation, where I can go to the Azure and then use a particular source that I want to pull in here. Next, we're going to talk about getting the data from the online services. Yeah, just like your OneDrive or your SharePoint, you can just provide the direct URL here and you can pull the data here. Create a data table directly. Yes, it's possible for you to directly create a data table in your Power BI desktop. Let's see how it can be done. There is something called enter data in your home page where with this click of a button, you'll have a data table that has been loaded where you can enter the rows and the column fields for you based on the data that you want to enter. Say for example, I can rename this file to be a country and I can have it to be the sales. I can with this click of a button, I can just enter all the details here and automatically the data will be loaded. The moment I click on load, my country sales table has been loaded here. I can see all the values that are available. In this way, you can create your own data table. Next, we're going to talk about connect to the on-premises data source with the Power BI Gateway. Yes, Power BI Gateway is nothing but a connection which you're going to establish when you're trying to connect to the data sources that are available in your on-premises data. You can, in this way, you need to have your entire data move into your sources like your local drive or anything. You can have it in your on-premises itself, which you can directly pull it. In this way, you will be able to have a large data sets pulled into. Have one gateway is sufficient for you to have multiple on-premises data connections established within the Power BI. There are two types of gateways available, one in the standard mode, the other one in the personal mode. There's a link in the Microsoft.com website where you can go and download the Power BI Gateway connections. One is for standard mode where multiple people users can have an access to it. In personal mode, only one user can have access to it. I have explained about the detail how you can establish the connections in the personal mode and you can use for your own use as a single user, connect to the sources, and how you can do your refreshes, your data connectivity, everything in a separate section. I have given the link in the description. Let's see, the last one is about changing the data source settings. Any point of time your files can be moved in or your URL has been changed. Anything can happen to your data source. Sometimes when you pull your data, it looks very simple, but a lot of errors might come in. Let's see how you can change the data source settings at any point of time. And this particular one is a manually entered table. Let me click on the financials. I'm going to click on the transform data source settings. a pop-up window happens. It lists all the data sources that are available in my file, and I can click the file which I want to change. I'm going to go in for change source, where I can select the folder location if it is being changed here. I'm going to pull the data that are available here. I'm going to load it open. I have an option how I want to load the data as. I'm going to click. I also have a permissions here. Who can have access to this particular thing. I'm not given any privacy level at this point of time. When you publish all these reports, this privacy level will affect the ability for the user to see the data set. So in this way, you have your both permissions and changing the data source settings available in this particular window. Hope you have seen about the various data sources and how to change the settings. I have upcoming sections will talk about the difference between the various data connectivity, how to resolve the data import errors, importing the data in the Power BI service, and how to set up the Power BI gateway in the sections listed here.